About date, is this what you want? Kodak moment right there. Kodak moment. Talking to Miss Nancy. He's mad because I want spraying water, so we're moving out of this place. Boom, 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 boom. Mama's gonna get mad at me, I'm gonna get in trouble. Yeah, That's the landlord alert. Rest full yelling and we're out of here. Look at that. Talking to me on the phone. Yeah, he's just smiling. Evil boy. Boss baby. Boss baby. Who you talking to down there? You talking to somebody? You talking to me on the phone? You and your mommy? You talking to Nancy? You talking to Aunt Nancy? Hey Nancy. Take your pacifier. You gotta take your pacifier in your mouth and talk to Nancy. Say hi, Nancy. Say hi. Oh, Nancy, you flipped it. Oh, you spraying me with water. She's got the water thing. Oh my God, these bad little babies. He's fine, he's fine. And then mommy always ruins it all. The moms always run everything. Big bully mommy. Give it back to me, mommy. Aw, and now she's crying too. Mommy, take your phone away. Aww. You see how everything goes from happy to mean because of that right there? Mommies are mean. I don't like mommies. Well, we got everything packed up. Pay my landlord Friday. We're out of here. Just too small, you know. The landlord here was super nice. Wasn't he, guys? It's super nice. The landlord's super nice here. Am I right? Give me some. Give me some. You shut up. I'll beat you up. I'll beat you up. I'll roughhouse you. I'll roughhouse you. I'll beat you up. You can't hide behind the garbage can with those big, pretty blue eyes. Aw, Daddy don't like to see you cry. Come here, let Daddy hold you. Look, watch this. Magic. Woo! See that magic? Watch. Close. Now you're gonna rip Daddy's trash can up. Daddy's only got this and his tools left in the store. Please don't rip it. Can I hold you? Can I hold you? I'm sorry. Mama took the spray bottle away from me. It's up to you if you kept the spray bottle. I don't care. I love you. You could have had the spray bottle. You could have sprayed everybody. Okay? We'll go to the park. You give me love. We'll go to the park. He's gonna squeeze my beak.
Served us with an eviction paper yet, Casey.
I know, but he never wrote down number or receipt for everything we paid. We got all that packed up in here. But he never wrote down not one payment. Tell her every payment we made, we never got a receipt.
Every payment we made him, we never even got a receipt.
And I kind of found that weird. We got everything packed up in here. But don't get me wrong, he's a nice landlord, he really is. Got everything out of there almost. Got her. I wonder if we can leave her, if we have to take her. I guess we gotta take her. I think we can leave her behind. And like the rest of this stuff, he wouldn't let me move my own furniture in. So like that's not mine. That over there is not mine. That's not mine. The TV's mine. And everything else, it was like this. They already had the nails up for us to hang our pictures. You know, the rest of the stuff's not ours here. Playpens are ours. The coffee table's not ours. I wouldn't have a coffee table in my house. That was in that closet. And he said somebody's coming to look at it because he's selling it. And so I put it back out here. I put it in the closet so my kids wouldn't fall and hurt themselves. But we got everything pretty much packed up because pretty much we're sleeping on that couch. That's not ours. That table's not ours. A guy hung himself 2 weeks before we moved in here. We didn't know it. It ain't even got a hood range. I was thinking about putting one in, but there's no vent. You gotta have a hole here. So you gotta have a hole right here so it goes outside. So it'd be no good to put a hood range in there because there's no vent there to lead outside. So, you know, I had hood ranges I could have put up there, but they're no good. Everything is just too small. You got 3 kids and this is it. Boom. You see that? That's it. That's it. That's it. Bathroom. And of course, the kids got the bedroom. Of course, you know my kids had the bedroom. And me and my wife, we slept right there on that couch for 6 months. And there's the washer and dryer. But don't get me wrong, this landlord is the nicest landlord in town, you know. But these rental companies ought to be more lenient, you know. Just because you've been to jail and just because you got a felon, that's what they make these prisons for, to rehabilitate you. When you get out, you ought to be able to get an apartment. You know, I had probably $19,000 in my pocket. I couldn't rent a house nowhere. I filled out application fees, probably about $400 worth. Every place you filled out application, it was 25 to 30 bucks. We filled out applications all over this town. Well, I added it up. It winded up being 400 something bucks we spent on application fees. We got turned down for every apartment, every house, because I got a felony on my record. It's like almost 7 years old. Her felonies are 12 years old. Well, I don't understand this. When people get out of prison, how do they get a place to live? So we found this place after we moved out of the other apartment. My brother gave me the other apartment we had. Took over his lease. As soon as he found out I was a felon, I was paying my rent on time, everything. As soon as he found out I was a felon, he would not renew my lease. We didn't cause no problems like here. We've not talked to nobody that lives here. Have not made no friends. But it's just too small. And it's too high. $750 a month for this. It don't come with the internet, don't come with nothing. This is it. This is what you see. Motel rooms are bigger than this. I've got 2 kids that's growing, you know, and they can't go outside because what do you see outside? 10th Street. They're going to run outside and get squashed. When I was a kid, I'd wake up in the morning, have my diaper on, nothing but my diaper, no shorts, no shirt. I'd go straight out the front door and go play outside until Mama and Daddy got up because it wasn't nothing but a big old field, you know, and these kids, they've not got that opportunity to go out there and do that. While I'm outside, we used to have a dog that knocked them down because they got the 10th Street over there in that field. But now they're putting signs up saying you can't even go over there. So our landlord here, we had to go to a privately owned person. We finally found this place right here. Super nice guy, super nice guy. So I'm going to pay the guy so I can use him for a reference. I'm going to pay him Friday. And then after we get to getting all our stuff out of here, I'm going to ride away. Not in the car. Car's going with us. They'll be parked at our new place. I'm going to ride away on these bicycles. That'll be the last thing we move. We're going to ride that to our new place. But the landlord we had here was privately owned. I had $19,000 in my pocket. Couldn't rent a house. I even tried to pay the rent up on a place for a year. Wouldn't let me have it. Go ahead and pay the rent up a year. No. I had a felony in my record. I spent $400 in application fees and got turned down on every one of them. So I want to know, when they send you these jails, these prisons, it's supposed to be to rehabilitate you. Am I right or am I wrong? I don't know. I'm not the brightest person in the world. But that's what I thought. Okay, when you get out, you're rehabilitated. Okay, I got out. I actually did. I did, you know, exactly, you know, what, you know, 90% of the people that get out of jail or prison, 90% of them go right back. Well, the last time I got out, I didn't go back. I went to work for Ork. Worked there for 4 years almost. Now I got my wife a job there. She worked there for 2.5 years. Well, we saved the money up in our bank. And the guy told me that I was 1 minute late back to the line. I was working on the golden line. And they was walking me out the door. I looked at him. I said, "You're going to see my name all up and down Jefferson." I said, "I'm not done." Well, I started off $500. I wound up opening up 3 stores. Because I straightened my life out. You know, I know how to take money and save it. I don't go spend it at restaurants. I don't go spend it at places. You know, and I had all this money. The police wouldn't leave me alone until they shut down all my stores. But I still had money put back in the hole because I knew this was going to happen. So we went looking for a place. Found us a place in Livingston, top of the mountain in the middle of nowhere. It was full of waspers, had mold. I knew when these kids were little, they started coughing. Privately owned trailers. I knew there was something up with the trailers, so I started lifting up like the things inside the cupboard. I started looking up under the sink. It was full of mold and wasps. That's why my kids were coughing. She was barely a week old. He was barely a year old. I was coughing real bad because of the mold. So we had to move out. So my brother got me an apartment over here on Willow. And I moved in it. Loved it. Didn't talk to nobody. Didn't say a word to nobody. Went up there and paid the rent. My wife went and paid the first month, no problem. I went the second month to pay it because I was proud. I liked the apartment. My son had his own room upstairs. He'd run up the steps, turn on his TV, and he'd stay upstairs all day. Me and Mom would stay downstairs because we like to sleep beside the door, make sure the kids were safe. We had 2 bedrooms. It was a good apartment. He loved that apartment. Well, I went there to go pay the rent one time, and he looked at me and said, "You're a felon, ain't you?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm a felon." I said, "But I've changed my life." I said, "I know the mayor." I said, "He even, like if I filled an application for a place, I put down the mayor's name." I said, "I've changed my life." I said, "I even got a letter from Mr. Hudson where I ain't been in trouble so long that I've done a 180 in my life." And he said, "Well, you know, since you're a felon, you got to keep 1 foot higher than everybody else." Well, it took me a couple of weeks for it to dawn on me what he meant. And exactly what he meant was right. I do. Like, say you got me, say, here's a person that's not got a felon. Here's a person that does got a felon. I got to keep my foot a little bit higher than that person because I got a felony on my record. So I got to be a little bit better than that person. Well, I understood that. Well, you know that guy would not stop. You know, we went on Christmas to go pay our rent. He said, "Just give me half of it and pay the rest on the 31st after Christmas. It's a Christmas gift. I'm doing it for everybody." We was like, "Okay, are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." So we done that. So we back up Christmas Eve. We opened our presents on Christmas Eve. We backed the car up to unload Christmas presents at our other apartment. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and this guy was in Vietnam and everything. I look up, and he's standing there. I'm like, "What the crap?" Papers in his hand. And he said, "Here, I need you to sign this." He said, "I'm not renewing your lease." I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, you didn't pay all of December's rent." I said, "Hold on a second." I said, "You told my wife not to." And okay, he said, "Well, that's not the point." It was all a setup. It was all a setup. We never talked to nobody over there. I had it on video. The neighbors were shooting dope, and it made him mad because I guess that was his kid next door. I didn't know. But I got him on video shooting dope right in front of my window. I never shared it on YouTube because I didn't want to cause any problems. But he wouldn't renew my lease. So I pulled out my wallet, and I was like, "Here." I said, "I'll go ahead and pay this month, and I'll pay next month." I said, "Please renew our lease for another 6 months." Now I ride by that apartment complex. It's completely empty. It's just crazy, man. You know, prisons and jails, some people do come out rehabilitated. I did. I'm one of those people. And I could not get a person to rent to me for nothing. I had $19,000 in my pocket, spent $400 of it in application fees, and got denied everywhere. You see all these people getting half of their rent paid by, what's that freaking thing you get? It comes out once a year. What's that thing you get, honey, where you get your rent paid? Where somebody helps you pay your rent, what's that called? HUD. You see all these people getting HUD, being doctors and stuff. Me and my wife, we keep signing up on HUD because I'm the only one that's going to work in this family. And because whenever I go out the door, you see those 2 kids? I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with my kids. Look at my tiger bug. She fell asleep. She's going to sleep. See these 2 kids? If I go out that door right there, they grab me and they pull me back. He stays up till 4 o'clock in the morning, so I work the job at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't get to sleep. So we're trying to get him on a sleep schedule. But if I go out that door, they start crying, they pull me back in. If Marshall goes out that door, they start crying. They don't want us to be gone at the same, they don't want us to be gone, period. They want us both here at the same time. He's got a really bad problem with it, he does. If I leave the house or Marshall leaves the house, he bawls. If we're both here, he's happy. If Marshall leaves, he bawls. If I leave, he bawls. She does the same thing. They want us both in the house at all times. So we both can't work. So she's got to stay home, and they're just got to suck up me going to work. They bawl when I leave, and they bawl all day long. But they're just got to suck it up, because I'm going to have to work. But the point what I'm trying to get to you is, you know, these people going to prison and getting out, people change, man. I'm living proof right here. Right here it is, man. I'm living proof right here. I changed my life, man. I always make sure I got money stuck behind my license. I can tell you right now I'm broke. But really, in actuality, to be honest with you, I always keep money hid behind my driver's license. In case we get put on the side of the road. In case my car breaks down. My car's on its last leg, it don't go backwards. Because since I've lived here, in this apartment right here, somebody stuck a crowbar in the side of my transmission. Somebody's flattened my tire. Actually took a picture of themselves flattening my tire. Did I call the cops? No. Somebody stole my bicycle off the front porch right there. $1,200 bicycle. Stole my bicycle. I was a little mad about that because I knew who it was. I knew who flattened my tire. I didn't call the cop. But the person that stole my bike, That was something I do with my kids about every day. I ride my kids and I pull them. Well, the person that stole my bike, I called the cops. I knew the cops weren't going to do nothing because when people would steal my store, I'd hold them hostage till the cops got there, and the cops let them go. But if it's been Lowe's or Walmart, you know, I'm just a small-time company, a small-time little businessman, just me, family-owned. So if something gets stolen in my store, it's a big hit for me. So I'd hold them hostage till the cops got there. Cops look at me and say, "Hey, didn't you used to get in trouble back?" Because he used to call me Rabbit. I used to always run. I said, "I used to." I said, "That's the thing, youth. People change. People change every day." I said, "I've changed." I said, "I don't get in any trouble." And the thing is, it's just, they wouldn't arrest the people. They let them go. And it's stupid. Everybody ought to get a second chance. They don't give you second chances in Cookville. It's that simple.